Hey guys, and welcome back to the channel. And well, some of you are probably going to be really looking forward to this video because, of course, Rafael Nadal is out of the Australian Open 2023 tournament. And for some of you, that'll be really sad. For others, I'm sure you're really happy because you're either someone who, will be thinking, oh, he might have a chance of beating my favorite, or you might just not like him as a player. But each to their own. Before we get into it, though, remember to hit that like button and do subscribe if you are new. Also, do leave a rating or a review if you're listening on a podcast platform. Thank you, as always, to our members. We really do appreciate you, of course. Okay, let's go through then the day's results as we always do. I'm going to go through the men's and women's results. I'm going to give you a little bit of a background to some of them, especially the ones I've watched. And then we will give a prediction for tomorrow's matches. And I'll point out a couple of the highlight matches for me anyway, and some of the popcorn ones. Then I will give you guys my star of the day or player of the day and who I think deserves that crown. Okay, let's go into it. Let's get into it even. Cam Norrie beat Lestian in 4 sets, a good win for the Brit. He had to play very late in the end because of some suspended matches due to the heat wave that Australia witnessed, then also rain delays. So composed in the end and came through nicely. Lehecka beat Eubanks in 4 sets. Good win for Lehecka, I have to say. Griekspoor beat Van der Zandschulp in straight sets. Good win for him. I actually predicted that, so I'm pretty happy with that one. I really like Van der Zandschulp as well, so it's nothing against him. I just had a feeling that Griekspoor might win. Korda beat Watanuki in straight sets. Great win for Korda. Important that he gets through matches as easily as possible if he wants to go deep. Hakac beat Sonego in 5 sets. A really tough match. You can see there 2 sets to 1 down against the Italian, then came through in 5 in the end. Tsitsipas beating Hijikata in 3, a bagel to boot as well. So the exciting Australian, unfortunately not able to get it done. Shapovalov beating Daniel in straight sets, good win for him. And Cerudolo beating Mute in 4, good win for the Argentinian. Quad beat Delian in 3, including a bagel as well. So great win for him. And Nishioka beat Stravchina, the qualifier, if I'm not mistaken, in straight sets as well. Medvedev beat Millman 7-5, 6-2, 6-2. And so the Australians, unfortunately, a lot of Australians on the men's side falling. Fucsovic beating Harris in 4 sets. Great win for him. He carries on his great run. And Hatchnov beating Kubler. So another Australian bites the dust, winning in 4 sets, the Russian in the end. Kudla beat Safiullin in 4 sets. So replacing Kyrgios and getting it done in really good fashion. So impressive from Kudla. And TFO beating Sheng in straights as well. McDonald, now this is the big one, beating Rafael Nadal in straight sets, 6-4, 6-4, 7-5. And the Spaniard wasn't playing particularly well in the first set and a bit, and he was already a set and a breakdown. Then he started feeling, I think, his hip, had a medical timeout, and in the post-match press conference said that he was struggling really to hit his backhand at all and move really as effectively or anywhere near as effectively as he would have liked. So not ideal. He actually thought about retiring, but thought, given that he's the defending champion, he should probably try and play out till the end. And I guess that's in keeping with his previous match where Draper did a similar thing. So look, a great win by McDonald. Let's not take anything away from him. Played some really good tennis and also beat Nakashima in the first round. So he is in some hot form. For Nadal, a disappointing start to 2023. He's now lost his last 6 out of 7 matches. Where does he go from here? Well, look, last year he won 2 slams. I'm not sure whether he's going to be able to really pick it up, but his favorite slam is coming up, Roland Garros. Whether he can pick up the form and recover in time and look like he was in the past few years it remains to be seen. But some players, unfortunately, they just age overnight, and that could be the case in Nadal. They age overnight big time, and then it's almost like they can't claw it back, and that's it. And that's almost they're kind of indicated to retire. Now, he keeps on saying he doesn't want to retire, and he's not going to retire, and I get that given he won 2 out of the last 4 slams, and also in the semis of Wimbledon, but I think that's 6 injuries in 9 months. So his body clearly not liking it at the moment. Felix beat Molcan in 5 sets. Great win for the Canadian in the end, although he was 2 sets to love down. Good comeback. But Felix and Zverev, I have a little bit of a bone to pick with both these players. They should be winning against these guys in 3 or 4 sets max. They're winning in 5 sets. Felix did it in the second round, and Zverev did it yesterday in the first round against opponents who, yes, they're solid players. Molcan's a solid player. Varelas is a solid player, but they're not on the same level as these guys. These guys should be getting it done effectively and efficiently. And if they want to go deep, they can't be affording to play these really, really long matches early in the tournament. So a little bit disappointing on that note. But we'll see. Maybe it doesn't affect him. Sinner beat Echeverry in straight sets as well. So good win for Sinner, and getting it done efficiently. That's what you want, right? If you're someone who wants to see all the seeds go through. The women's, wow, look at this from Azarenka doing something similar to Podoroska that Pegula did the other day, winning 6-1, 6-love, a breadstick and a bagel. Absolutely clinical. Pera beat Zhang 6-4, 6-4. Great win for Pera as well. And Collins, wow, what a win for her in the end, winning in 3 sets and thought it was over, but came back nicely, the American, in a final set tiebreaker, 10-6. Raducanu, even beating Huvan 6-2, 6-1. She's looking ominously good. Kostyuk beating Gadecki 6-2, 6-1. Great win for her. And Zhang beating Tig in 3, including a bagel and a breadstick, interestingly. Gracheva, that's a big upset, beating Kasatkina 1-1. Kasatkina has not been in good form whatsoever. This is the first round as well. I have to say, that's a real shocker. Double breadstick. And Parrizas Diaz beat Haddad Maia. Oh, no. I was really hoping for Haddad Maia to go deep. That's a big, big upset in my books. Winning, I think that first set tiebreaker really took it out of Haddad Maia. 13-11. There would have been a lot of disappointment in that tiebreaker. Then won the second 6-2 Parrizas Diaz. Coco Gauff beat a battling Raducanu 6-3, 7-6. And Raducanu, a little bit of a niggle as well. But I have to say, showed a lot of heart in the second set, especially battling her way from a breakdown to take it to a tiebreaker. So that was impressive. But Coco Gauff is one of the informed players at the moment. And she, whisper it quietly, but she could be a real contender for this title. And Raducanu, some positive signs, but not a great draw. She'll be looking to make her way up the rankings so that she doesn't have to face someone like a Coco Gauff in the second round anyway. Potapova beat Stevens in straight sets. Great win for Potapova and an upset. Stevens, surprisingly not being able to get it done. The net beat Sharif. Again, didn't pick that one. 7-5, 6-1. But one I did pick was Kozlova beating McNally in straights. Good win for her. Keys beat Wang in straight sets. And Andreescu beat Buska. Andreescu lost to Buska. Oh, no, Andreescu. And again, I think it's a question of the tiebreaker really making a massive difference. Look at this. Andreescu won the first set 6-2. She loses the second set tiebreaker 9-7. Now, that would have hurt a lot. And I reckon that affected her big time. I think she has ended up losing after really being disappointed in that second set. And then she loses a tight third 6-4. Great win for Buxa. Disappointment for Andreescu. She was my dark horse, but it looks like it's not to be. Krejcikova beat Burel 6-4, 6-1. Great win for her. And Ostapenko beating Bondar in 3. Zhu beat Teichmann 6-2, 6-2. Great win for Zhu. And Stefanini beating Maria in 3 as well. Good win there. Begu beat Manlik in 3. And Seigman beat Bronzetti in 3 as well. Good win there. Kalinina beat Kvitova. Well, what an upset that is in straights. And Pegula beat Sasnovich in straights as well. Swiatek got it done against Osorio Serrano. I watched it. Swiatek looked good in bursts, and her forehand, of course, is really good. I mean, her ground stroke's generally very good. Her serve is improving. Her return is natural. Her net game, it was great to see her come forward and try to attack the net, especially on points where she might ordinarily just grind from the back of the court and try and wear down the opponent. She's looking to try and finish off points from the net when she can and add that to her repertoire. She's not a natural at the net, I have to say. She missed a lot of easy volleys, and her hands at the net, she's just a little bit stiff. Needs to loosen up a little bit. She will improve, and I don't think she should stop trying it. I think she should continue, because if she stops, people are going to figure her out because she'll end up being quite one-dimensional. If she's able to add that to her game, it adds another layer to her game, which a lot of people will then be intimidated by. So, there were quite a few mistakes from her as well. Not her best, but she cruised through it in the end. Osorio Serrano was a fighter, but good win in the end from the pole. And Sakari beating Schneider in 3. A little bit of turmoil for the Greek player, but it's always pretty dramatic with her. Okay, let's quickly do the tomorrow's matches and predictions, and then I'll do my player of the day. So Shardy Evans, I've got Evans. Paul to beat Davidovich Fokina. Ruud to beat Brooksby, Rublev to beat Rusevori, Shelton to beat Jarry, Wolf to beat Schwartzman, Zverev to beat Mo, Humbert to beat Kudla, Fritz to beat Popperin, PCB to beat Bonzi, RBA to beat Holt, Dimitrov to beat Ger, Holger Rune to beat Cressy, Djokovic to beat Quaquad, and I've got Dimona to beat Manarino and Murray to beat Kokonaka. So that's my picks on the men's side. We will be doing Murray versus Kokinakas, by the way. Ash will be covering that. I'll be covering a match. I haven't decided exactly which one. It might be Sabalenka-Rogers or the Djokovic match, so keep an eye out. Sabalenka-Rogers, I've got Sabalenka just. That'll be a good one, though. Townsend to beat Alexandrova, Kudermetov to beat Volyanets, Mertens to beat Davis, Georgie to beat Schmidlova, Kontaveit to beat Lynette, Garcia to beat Fernandez. That's a great one. I mean, I'd love to cover that as well, but look at the time. Saigman, Begu. I think Saigman to beat Begu, Samsonova to beat Vekic, Zhang to beat Martic, Pliskova to beat Putintseva, Fruhvirtova to beat Beral, Paris-Estias to beat Potapova, Gracheva to beat Stefanini, Bencic to beat Liu, and Jabeur to beat Vondrousova. So, yeah, look, some great matches on tomorrow. I cannot wait. In terms of star of the day or player of the day, I mean, Azarenka has to be in at least talked about after that 6-1-6 love win. But you could give it to Paris-Estias, you give it to Gracheva, you give it to Coco Gauff, you give it to Buxer as well, beating Andreescu. That was a great win. But let's be honest, we have to give it to McDonald for his win over Rafael Nadal, beating one of the GOATs. And it's an incredible win in the end. I have to say, really, really impressive. And look, it wasn't the highest quality of matches, but I think it's more the result. And that's what I'm going to base it on. So that's my pick. Thank you very much, guys, for tuning in. Remember to that like button and do subscribe if you're new. And we'll see you very, very soon. And yeah, cannot wait for the matches. So make sure you click the notification bell and get alerted to all our live streams coming up. We are doing a lot of content on the Australian Open if you haven't noticed already. See you guys then. Thank you very much.